Welcome and hello. Welcome to my podcast. It's my podcast. Welcome back to the Flesh Pile, everybody. How are you doing, everybody? How are you? How are you doing? How are you, my sweet lovelies? Well, um, yeah. Welcome to my podcast. I believe we are on episode 22. Yeah, maybe. Oh, let me go check. Yep, episode 22 of Within the Flesh, which is pretty dang good if I do say so myself. Um, I don't know. I think it's good. You know, I think we're good. Good podcast. It's kind of weird because there's been a bit of a flip since the beginning. Oh wait, before I begin bibble babbling about that, look at the background. Look, everyone. It's seamless. That's right. You won't notice even a little inch of it having to restart or anything like that. It is completely seamless, and that makes me clap my hands good. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was talking about how um the podcast it's not really as needed as it once was. You know, like I don't know. It's tough to say, and I'm looking at the podcast, looking at episodes, and the last four episodes, um, I guess five episodes if you include this one, have been nothing but me fucking talking. I should probably bring someone else on here, you know, be like, "Hello, how are you doing? What's up?" and all that good stuff. But I don't know. I can't be bothered. Anyways, um, yeah, I I don't think the podcast is as needed. I kind of started it as kind of just a self diary and all that kind of stuff. Like, oh yeah, well, I'll just talk about what I'm feeling right now, and you know, I think things are going pretty well. I think that's the tragedy of it is that people don't really, you know, there's no real need to try and talk to someone about your feelings or to be, you know, in a spot where you need to talk about them if you feel like you're doing pretty good in life, right? And I feel like I'm doing pretty good in life. Like, it's not the best of the best, but I feel good. I feel taken care of. I feel nice, you know? But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of tough to find a category, I suppose. Like I could talk about all kinds of different things, but not really something I feel. You know? And I feel like the things I do want to talk about really aren't that interesting. You know, more like day to day stuff. It's like, oh well, I did this, I got this. You know, it's less of, oh, I gotta make everything cool, bro. I don't know. Um, I guess we could just talk about Bibble babble. I'd like to maybe talk about art, I suppose. Like lately I've been kind of feeling down on my art, you know? I'm sure every artist does, but I do 3D art and all that. And there's something about it that I just don't like. Oh, I tried making a 3D model and I think it's the human stuff. Like whenever I make a human thing, it's like ugh, right? The face is just weird, the nose, the eyes, it's all just not in the right place. And it kind of makes me wonder if I have a difficulty, um, understanding human biology or something like that. I don't know. I think I've watched too many cartoons growing up where the proportions are all over the place and there's all kinds of different ways of having it, you know? And each time I try and attempt a actual human face or look upon something, it's like, man, this sucks, you know? It's kind of an uncanny valley because it's a halfway cartoon, halfway, humanistic face. And it's like, That's creepy, man. I hate that. Which is understandable because I don't know. It's like I want to be like the big boys and have the good looks, but I also want kind of a cartoony style, please. I don't know. I think it's just the struggle in general. But I don't know. That's usually in Blender as well. Like when I'm drawing, it's not as bad. At least there, it's like 2D and all that, but 3D, something about it just oh, it gets to me. Like, dude, what do you think you're doing with your life, honey? You can't do these fucking 3D sculpts, even though you love 3D. Listen, I'll go on a Blender moment here, okay? I have like, I've kind of noticed this with everything in life, and I don't know if this is me or if it's like how everybody might feel, but I feel like I don't have like a solid grasp on any kind of information on anything, you know? I don't know if that makes sense. And maybe it's one of those situations where someone will always be smarter than you in some aspect of your life. So you'll never be like the truest, smartest person. You know what I mean? You'll never know exactly 100% or more than someone else might know, right? Because information is kind of like, I don't know, it's what's the word for it? It's person to person or it's situational, you know? If I get information about I don't know, let's talk about apples, right? If I have information on apples, right, and I'm like, oh, you know, they're round and they have a stem that comes out the top, right? Someone might come in and be like, oh, really? Well, I also know that they're juicy on the inside and you're not supposed to eat the core. And then you're like, oh, I'm so stupid. Like, it doesn't even have to be uh something that replaces your knowledge. It can just be that they also knew something more about it than you did, and you feel stupid for it. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but like whenever I draw or I do 3D, I'm just like, holy shit, dude. What am I doing with my life? When someone else comes in or I see something online, I think that's the worst part, you know. It's great to see so many people doing things with Blender or Krita or you know basically 3D or 2D stuff online, some art. But then you kind of look at yourself and you're like, why am I not doing that? You know, how are they able to do that? This is bullshit. I want I want a mod, please. You know, no, no. That's my big issue, is that it just doesn't feel like there's anything, if that makes sense. I feel like I try my best, but it just ain't there, you know. Um, like trying to think of another scenario. I'll just go back to saying that you know when someone presents new information, it almost for me it feels like I need to rot. You know, at least with some things. Like if someone's like, "Oh, did you know Jack from Jack and Daxter was actually bisexual the whole game?" It's like, okay, I don't really have as much interest in that. But I see people online, even people who I follow on Twitter, and they're like doing such cool things with like 2D and 3D, you know? It's like, damn, dude, fuck you, you know? I feel like I'm always a novice. It's not like I can come in out. You know what it is? You know what it is? It's basically the whole saying of like a puddle deep, an ocean wide. That's basically what I have going on. Instead of a what is it? An ocean deep but a puddle wide. It's literally the opposite. I know a lot about a lot of things, right? But it's only like basic skim the top fucking knowledge, right? There is no in depth of understanding of something, you know? Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense. But it's like, oh, this is how you do this simple action. I feel like I'd be like a good teacher, like for kindergarten or some shit. I'd be like, this is how you add your numbers together. Whoa. Meanwhile, some motherfuckers like, yeah, we're gonna be doing quantum physics today, kids. You know, I don't know if that's a me issue or if that's just kind of how everybody feels. I suppose it's being indecisive as well. You know, like there's so many different things that I have going on. It's not like I actually push myself to do one activity and to learn that activity just by itself. It's like, oh, I stream, I play video games, I fucking emulate, I do 3D, I do 2D, I do video editing, I do sound mixing, you know? It's like if I just was cutting out the rest of the shit and I was like, okay, I'm focusing on this, right? I think I'd be a lot better. I think if I just stole assets, if I just stole assets, I'd be perfect. I'd be fantastic. No, I kind of, I don't know, I kind of believe in that a little bit, just a tiny bit. It's like if I just didn't, you know, if I wanted to try and do my best at something, I would just cut out a lot of the huff and tough of it. Instead of uh just trying to be individual man and all that, I'd actually try and learn. The thing is, right, is that sure I could just cut out a lot of the junk like doing everything on my own or something like that, but it doesn't matter. Like I took Blender courses to be like, oh, well, let's see how you do this stuff then, shall we? Right? And I did it, and I can't really retain any of that knowledge. Like there's little glimpses here and there, but I don't feel like I've learned anything better. You know, it just feels like nothing. No, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a lazy schmuck, but maybe that can be applied to real life. Maybe the reason why I, you know, just am not good at a mass amount of things. Maybe that's how it is for everybody. Like I think a lot of people online want to be all these different things. They want to be an influencer, they want to be an artist, they want to be I don't know, a fucking bitch. Yeah. And they just put their interest in so many things, and that's why a lot of people just don't know what to do nowadays. Like there's no meaningful skills to be learned in a lot of the stuff that you want to aspire to online, you know? And it's like, I don't know. A lot of people just don't know what to do, I suppose. I don't know if any of this is making it across, but I'm trying to make it understandable. I don't know. Maybe this whole category is just fucking stupid. Great art, fantastic. I don't care, bro. Move on to something more interesting like incels or like sodomy or something. I don't know. Stupid. I don't know. We could talk about pedophiles, pedophiles. You know, let's talk about pedophiles and be like, do they deserve a chance? Pedophiles. Let's talk about them. Hmm. Do they deserve to be alive? Lol. I've never understood that about like maybe it's the lack of emotion or whatever, but it's never like I don't know. And it's not supposed to be like a Disney thing either. I'm not gonna be like, oh, we should never kill anyone. But to have such hatred for someone without understanding like the situation around them or what they're doing and wanting death upon them has always seemed very weird to me. Like there's a lot of people I know that I could just be like, yeah, I hope they die. Right? But the thing is that if you actually learn, I think that's the issue. I think that's real reason why there's so many angry people online is because no one wants to fucking learn about anything or the other side, you know? It's almost like everyone wants to put on their fucking headphones or their earplugs and listen to Linkin Park or something, you know? No one wants to, learn about these other sides and that, maybe these people aren't as different, you know? It's kind of like me. I'm a very open listener, and maybe that's why I don't wish death upon so many people for such heinous actions because I can understand what they're going through or something like I've talked to many Republicans and Democrats. I'm in the fence, but I would say I definitely lean more Democratic. Um, Democratic. Whoa. Um, but yeah, I can see both sides, and they're both stupid anyways. But I can still see them, like the whole issue of, oh well, the left is a bunch of crybabies. And it's true, a lot of them are, but so is the right. You know, these people just need to understand each other. But they're so self-absorbed in their own world that they just refuse to, and I don't understand it. I don't get it. I suppose it's hard to, I don't know. It would challenge people's conflicting ideas, Imagine that, will you? Could you imagine for a moment just wanting to believe in one thing and one thing only, and if anything tries to challenge that idea, you want to go ape on it and fucking murder it? I don't know. It's just so crazy to me how the world operates, and it's like stupid. You stupid. um, sorry. It's what is it? It's maybe why I'm such a loser. You ever talk to someone and you're like, "Oh, what's your opinion on ketchup or mustard?" And they're like, "Oh, I can't say. I can't say." They both have just such great aspects to them. I just can't say. It's like, oh, okay. Uh, well, what do you think of these games? I kind of like this series over it though, but I'd like your opinion. Well, if we have to really look at there's such great qualities to both sides, and it's like, shut up, dude. Shut the fuck up. Like I'm not trying to be one of those. I do have my own opinions, but I, it's like what I told somebody. I'm trying to remember who it was, but you can be informed and understand both sides without saying that that is your side. You can still have your own personal opinion on things while understanding both sides, right? It's just don't close yourself off to other opportunities, I suppose. That's like, come on, man. You know, you can learn about both things and just not fucking shut out the other opportunity. And you can still decide which one you more believe in. There's many people who, uh, it's kind of like people who switch from Christianity to atheism, or agnostic. It's like they kind of understood. Or there's some people who are atheist or some other religion that will switch to Christianity after learning about it. They understand both sides and they want to choose which side they land on. You know, it's just, I don't know. I think there's a lot of touchy topics in the world that a lot of people are very scared about, like, I don't know. Let me go type this into. Listen, I'm not in the know, okay? Controversial topics. 100 plus topics for argumentative essays and debates. Oh, hell yeah, baby. Abortion, alternative energy, American socialism, animal dissection, animal testing, artificial intelligence, banned books, binge watching, bottled water ban, cancel culture, CBT, CBD for pets, cell phone radiation, cheerleading, churches and taxes, college education, concealed handguns, corporal punishment, corporal tax rate, Cuba embargo, DACA and Dreamers, daylight saving time. Oh man, there's so many. Internet, illegal immigration, homework, net neutrality, obesity, private prisons, school uniforms, Uber and Lyft, voting machines, zoos. Why did I look this up? I kind of just blinked. My brain just kind of got excited, and I was like, "Whoa!" I think I was talking about um topics being way too touchy, and that a lot of people don't want to touch it because they're scared of what people will do to them if they say the wrong opinion. Which is completely understandable. If I had gotten death threats on here for having an opinion on something, I'd be like, "Oh man, that's kind of I don't want to talk anymore." I don't know. I've had that happen before. Not so much with opinions, but I was what was it? It was such a freaky situation, but I was just like friends with some person on the internet. Some other guy was like, "Hey, you better unfriend them right now." I'm like, "No." They're like, "Okay, I'm gonna kill you." I was like, you know. And eventually I was like, "Okay, well, I gotta cut you out of my life. Bye." I don't know. I'm very impressionable to threats most of the time. Most of the time. Okay, not all the time, but most of the time. Uh, but yeah, like what was I people babbling about? People are just too scared to fully voice their opinion on something because they don't want to come off as wrong, or they don't want to offend people or anything like that. It's just, I don't know. I was once told in school, I did, what was it? A paper on um the good old what was it? You had to like write an essay or something about that and fight against some kind of topic or some kind of issue. And a lot of, the teachers give you your own kind of topics, like some prompts and all that. And a lot of it when I was in high school was like, how Trump is and all that. Um, but I was like, oh hey, yo, uh, let's legalize prostitution. I was literally like, "Hey, prostitution. Maybe let's legalize it, huh?" Um, yeah. I was. I'm trying to remember what the topic was. Like, how did I go about it? I think it was something along the lines of that. It's kind of like weed. If we if we set up facilities where this could happen, then it's a lot safer than if women were just doing it out in the wild. Maybe they might get murdered, Plus, there's always safe sex options like condoms and all of this good stuff. And you can tax it as well. You can tax it to hell. Maybe get some schoolwork. Get some roads finished, baby. You know. And think everyone was like, "Oh, this is tism moment. You're an idiot, man." But funny thing is that, um, you know, it's one of the women. Like it seemed like the women liked it a lot more, which I don't blame. They probably were like, "Ah, yeah, free the body, bro." But one of them was like, "Oh, you should be in speech and debate. You'd be excellent." And I was like, "Yeah, thanks." No, but I do think I have some amount speech and debate kind of fun. Are some fun Wait, what are some fun debates? Hold up. I'm just looking at this. A hot dog in a sandwich, a taco in a sandwich. There's no point in eating french fries without ketchup. Pepperoni is the best pizza topping. Peanut butter is better than Nutella. Hot chocolate is better than a chocolate milkshake. Fruit counts as dessert. Okay, I gotta keep that up. I'll do one of those for next fucking thing. You won't know about it because you'll just be like, "Oh, this man's bringing up his own personal issues or whatever." But don't worry, I'll bring it up and I'll be like, "Oh, time to debate baby over this idiot." Yeah, debate with no one, I suppose. Um, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I just woke up from like a nap. I took a nap on my new recliner. It was pretty good. I like it, even though it smells. You know, I hate that when I get items from people. It's like, oh, a new item smell. Here you go. And you're like, I kind of don't like this. Can you stop? And they're like, nope, new item smell. Here you go. And it's like, dude, I don't. Please stop this. Please. Please stop. No, no, no. Listen, listen, okay. I'm trying my fucking best here. As I said, I started this whole thing because I was like, oh, I need help with all these issues scrambled up in my head. And the thing is that it's worked. You know? What was the beginning of this? I think I was talking about friendships and all that because I recently had, gotten out of one friendship group and all that. And I don't know, now I just feel a lot better. I feel good now. There's no real need for it. I suppose the within the flesh was supposed to examine the uh you know feelings behind someone, some of the deep connections and all that, but I don't know. There's really no purpose anymore. I've solved mine, and when I try and pester other people and make them open up, uh they don't want to, which, it's fine. But without me talking about my biblical issues and without other people talking about their biblical issues, then what am I to do? Except to ramble on here and be like, spaghetti, let's talk about it. Talk about one of these. Talk about one of these fucking funny debates. You know? Let's see. General funny debate topic. There you go. Summer is better than winter. Fuck off. Listen. Listen, you're one of those fucking idiots out there who are like, "Oh, summer's better than winter." Yeah, you can go die. You can literally just go die or something. I don't know. You can just go die for all I care. I'm just saying. Summer is suck ass, okay? It sucks. No one likes it, and if you like it, you're literally autistic or something. I don't know. You're retarded. Something. I don't know, okay? You're not human. Did Justy just compare autistic people to not human people? What the fuck? I'm just saying. Summer's hot. It feels horrible. Listen, I go to sleep at late times, right? And I wake up and it's fucking hot. It's roasting. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna die. I'm literally gonna die. I just don't understand why people like it. Summers used to be good. I'll admit that, okay? Summers used to be good. They were nice. You could go out, you could have a good time, right? But nowadays, it's like, go fuck yourself. You want to go have fun? How about, I don't know, obliterating sun death beam? Hope you like being steaming hot like a fucking fat sausage, dumb piece of shit. It's just, I don't understand why people would want summer. Let me tell you why winter's better, okay? This is part of the speech and debate. You have to fucking slam down the other people and then bring your people up, okay? Winter is for kings. It is for queens. It is for all of the people in the fucking future, okay? Listen, summer is a Neanderthal's fucking dream, okay? We need some better winter times, okay? Winter is so good. At least where I live. I suppose it's a location based issue, right? But where I live, summers are literally death. It's literally like, hey, Hope you like burning to death. Hope you like having your AC on 24/7. And if it's too cold, fuck you. And if it's too hot, fuck you. Lol. Right? I guess that's the issue here. But winter is better because here's the thing. If you're in summer, right, you have to take off your clothes to get more cooler, right? You have to be like, oh, I have to take off everything. I have to turn on the AC. You have to do all this shit, right? You want to know what you can do in winter if you're feeling cold? Put on extra clothes. Wrap a blanket around you. I don't know. Fucking run in place for 5 minutes. Get hot and sweaty. I don't know if that's like extremely how fucking cold it is in your place. I just don't understand it. You're literally in like a cool ass weather. You get to be all nice and cozy with your blanket or your clothes, right? Just be cool about it. In summer, you can't do that. You have to be like, oh my god. And the worst part is, right? We'll also take this from my own personal view, right? And we'll go ahead and put it out to the public, okay? What do you get when it's summertime? You get fucking fat people. Listen, I'm also fat, so I can say this. You get fat people wearing like the thinnest amount of clothes ever, right? And they're fucking hot and they're sweaty. And if you go to any kind of fucking store, it's like, oh, fat, sweaty fucking people. Either like getting right close to me, which I'm freaking out about, or they're touching everything. And they're getting sweat all over everything, right? I'm just saying. It sucks. It's horrible. Kill yourself. I mean, what? Winter, you want to know what you get? You get people all nice and wrapped up. People with gloves on. People that just are like, whatever. You know, hey, holla at you, dude. I'm wearing some extra clothing. I'm wearing some gloves, so maybe if I touch you or I touch something of yours, oh, nothing's gonna be fucking bibble babble touched, you know? I'm just saying. Listen, if you're watching this fucking video, okay, and you're a summerhead, you can go die. But go ahead and feel free to post your opinion first and be like, oh, well, this is actually why summer is better, okay? And then just go die or something. Unsubscribe. Leave the channel. Leave a like on the video and subscribe. No, I'm just saying. Like, I don't know. It's just stupid. It's dumb. And I hate this. I hate this life. I hate this wife. When it's summer, it's just too hot. Just too hot. And if we look at the real life consequences, you know, summer makes everything fiery. Ooh. Dude, oh my god. What was it? Like fucking I think it was 2020 or 2021, maybe 2019, I don't know. But we had like some really fucking bad fires, okay? We had some very, very bad fires, right? The whole land was just scorched, right? And since I live in a valley area, right? Doxing myself. Since I live in a valley area, all that smoke said, "Hey, nice fucking place to chill, bro. Don't mind if I do." And it just rested there. And everyone had to wear like a gas mask or some kind of respirator because it was so fucking like what was it? Not smoggy. It's ashy outside. There's so much ash in the fucking air. It's estimated that a lot of people have lung damage, permanent lung damage from dealing with this shit, you know? I'm just saying, it's horrible. I feel listen, I'm just gonna say I feel like how the people felt in Pompeii, you know? Shut the fuck up, man. Really? Come on. Anyways, that I don't know. That's kind of accurate to what it is. It's just like shitville when it's summertime. I've barely had any issue with winter. The only issue I really had with this winter, right? And this is a rare one because this didn't happen last winter or the winter before. The only issue I had with this winter is that my fucking internet went out for like 2 nights And I was like, "Where's my internet? I'm terminally online." You know. But other than that, it was just better. I don't know how else to describe it. It was just a lot better. I don't know. I sleep well. I don't have to turn on my AC when I go to sleep. I barely have to have my fan on. You know, maybe if it's a little too hot, I'll have it pointed somewhere, like towards the corner or something, just to circulate air in the room. But it's never been an issue in winter. Winter's just better. I'm sorry to say it, but the fact that you can put on extra clothes or put on, you know, some fucking blankets or whatever just makes it 1,000 times better. In fucking summer, good luck, dude. What are you gonna do? Turn on your AC? You know, there's some people, like in British land. I'm trying to remember the exact scene, but I brought up my AC when I lived like 2 houses ago. I brought up how my AC was being worked on, and they're like, "What's an AC?" I'm like, "It's an air conditioner. What are you talking about?" And they're like, "What's an air conditioner?" I'm like, "What? What is this? Hello?" Right? I didn't know many other places in the world do not have air conditioners. That's crazy to me. That is just that's illegal or something. I don't know, man. I couldn't ever imagine living without my air conditioner. It is, and you gotta think like that's probably how it feels for fucking homeless people. They're like fucking. I don't know. I guess it's like the reverse if you're homeless though. Like winter must fucking suck ass if you're homeless. There ain't nowhere you're getting without the cold reaching you and being like, let me go ahead and grab your fucking testes, and then the nights get like worse. Yeah, no thanks. Summer though, it's like it might be fucking melting your shoes kind of hot out, but you know at least when it turns nighttime, it's cooled off and stuff. I don't know. Where I live, like even the summer kind of sucks when it's nighttime. You don't get like those cool, nice, kind of warm summer nights, where you're just driving through the countryside or something like that. It's like I'll be like freezing nights, idiot. Because that's how it is. It's like just fucking cold weather. No, I don't know. Maybe it's because I live in a valley. I live in a valley of an alley of a. I think that was a good topic. See, that's why I need to do these. These are a lot better because it's like, you know, shit, bro. These are cool. Look, let's find another quick one, and then I'll probably wrap up the podcast. I feel like this one was a failure. This podcast, absolute failure, absolute nothing. Fucking podcast. Let's see. Um, People shouldn't have to go to school or work on their birthdays. No, incorrect. Incorrect. Okay, listen, listen. Okay, Uh, this comes from someone who got out every time it was their fucking birthday, or nearly every time, because I was having to go see family or something. Right? It it just doesn't. It's whatever. It's a whatever day. I don't know. What's the point of going and having your birthday, right? I don't know. Do people just not do that? Do people just work? Like, I'm pretty sure for every time it was my birthday, I've had it where I was like, skipping school for the day, or I don't know if I ever did it when I was working, but I doubt it. Um, but just set up like, oh well, I'm gonna be using one of my sick days for this day. You know, I don't know. I don't think it's worth it if you're in school because you miss all the people saying happy birthday to you. And if they don't say happy birthday to you, you can be like, "Oh, it's my birthday." Right? The only sucky part is when you're in a class where if someone says it's your birthday, the teacher's like, "Okay, everybody, we got to say happy birthday." It's like those fucking restaurants but worse. It's like, "Thanks. I didn't want this. I feel physically sick now. Thanks a lot." Oh, right? I don't know if that makes sense. I just it almost never seems worth it to just skip one day just to what fucking jerk your little ding dong off because it's your birthday. Congratulations, long die. You know. What are you gonna do that's on your birthday that's so special? What, you gonna go somewhere? You gonna go fucking eat food or something? Congratulations, you're a year older. Die. Sorry. You see, I don't really have much to say about this one because it's like birthdays really aren't that special. Oh, listen, I'm not trying to be a doomer nihilistic man here, but I'm just saying that it just doesn't really matter. You know, it just doesn't really matter. Birthdays are cool, I suppose, when you're a kid. They're very nice, but eventually you get into that place where you're like, you know, if someone else isn't celebrating my birthday for me, then I'm not gonna do it. You know. Can you imagine being someone who's like, "Oh yeah, I'm celebrating my birthday today"? It's like, okay, you fucking bitch. I don't know. I think birthday celebrations should be from the people around you, if anything. Listen, listen, before you say, "What the fuck are you talking about, man?" I'm just saying that, like, you know, are people that much of like, "Oh yeah, it's my birthday, I turned another year old," right? I don't think anyone really is. I think most people are like, "Oh, I turned another year older, great." But I think a lot of people around them want to celebrate. You know, they want to feel happy that their little starshine was able to live for another year, you know, an entire freaking year and all that. But I think if anything it should be celebration. You know, a surprise birthday party, I suppose. You know? Or if someone makes the reservations and is like, "Hey, you want to go out to here for your birthday?" It's like, "Yeah, I do. What about it?" You know what I mean? I don't think anyone's like, I'm gonna do it by myself. I'm gonna go ahead and go to Red Robin's or McDonald's? No, not McDonald's. I'm gonna go to one of these restaurants, maybe Denny's, maybe Outback, maybe one of these places. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's my birthday so they can come over and sing to me at a single table. Whoa! You know, I don't know. I just think it's stupid. But yeah, I think that's probably gonna be it because I don't really have anything else to talk about. I think these are good though. I think the controversial ones are very good. I can do one of those. These are like the kids version, you know? Like look, it's better to be rich with no friends than poor with many friends. Yeah, I'll do that. Um, no, I don't know. These are kind of fun, but like in a more kid way. Whereas you know that other thing I was looking at, so like, what do you think about Palestine? You know, what do you think of Palestine? Make it make sense. Darth Vader was ultimately a hero, not a villain. Those people forget that this motherfucker like and blew up a planet. Bottled water is better than tap water. Shut the fuck up. Going out is more fun than staying at home. Yeah. I'll have to do some of these next time. These feel fun. These feel good. Oh, that's good. You know. But yeah, hopefully someone enjoyed the podcast. I know it wasn't really that good of a podcast. I apologize for that. I'll make sure it's really good next time, okay? I swear. Please, I swear. Please. Oh my gosh, I swear. Um, but yeah, I hope you all have a good rest of your day. I love you all. I hope you all have a good rest of your night. Toodaloo and boo bye.